with AI, this is what's so cool about it, is literally you can go talk to it and you can say, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. What is your statistics for this?
Gotcha.
And then it goes and pulls data
Yeah.
from, you can say Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever you're looking for. And now you're getting that feedback, and then you can coordinate what's the best attack, right? Age, demographics, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And so now you go target from there because it knows it,
Yeah.
right? You don't have to guess. You just say, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. What's the best route?
We're flying high, yeah, beyond the stars. Next level thinkers, here we are.
In a world where technology shapes our connections and influences our path, a visionary leader in digital marketing automation has come to the forefront. Beau Murray's work at MyGeniusLeads empowers businesses to transcend traditional boundaries and refine engagement through creative and analytical thinking. In this episode, we will get into how integrating innovative strategies with a profound understanding of human connection can transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Beau will share his insight on harnessing the power of technology to not only elevate business success, but also to inspire individuals on their personal journeys. Beau, you embody the essence of our podcast philosophy, the belief that true brilliance emerges at the intersection of innovation and purpose. And my friend, it is awesome to have you on Next Level Thinkers, a Charting New Horizons of Brilliance podcast. My brother, we've been friends for over a decade, and to be able to, as a personal friend of yours, and one of your iron sharpens iron guys, right, and rooting for you on the sidelines, it's awesome to see you transcend conventional thinking into this New Horizons of Brilliance, as the name of the podcast says, right? It's
right.
Charting New Horizons of Brilliance, and that's what you. And I believe, if I got this right, did everything that I read sound correct?
Yeah.
What I say, yeah. And you know what? That's what I believe too. I'm seeing you have people see new horizons of brilliance in themselves, and you are the catalyst to help them evolve and reach their truest potential for what their personal and business adventures or aspirations are. And it's an honor to have you sitting here today as your friend and brother through Christ and just in life, to talk to you about who you are and why you do what you do. Okay? And so awesome, brother. It's good to have you here, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And let's start it off by talking about vision and mission, right?
Okay.
What would you say motivated you to enter the field of digital marketing automation, and how do you see your work contributing to the broader landscape of this rapidly changing industry?
So to kind of like get started, I felt that there was more to me, right? I was like, I don't want to be in my 40s and 50s and just worn out, tired. You know, you remember I was doing roofing, construction. I was always grinding morning to night, and it was just boring. I was getting old, and I was getting torn apart physically, right? The constant grind. And I was just like, I know there's more to me, and I'm smarter than this. And so what I did was I basically started learning. That's what it takes. You just have to make that first initiation of like, hey, there's more to what I am. And so I started making connections, right? I started learning other fields. And I was like, you know what? I want to make money from home. And so how do you do that? You start reaching out, finding people that are doing it, start making connections, learning from them. And so from one person to another, I just kept building that and making those good, solid connections, you know, making sure that, you know, you're always putting your best forward, learning, captivating, being innovative and change. And so I would see things that I was like, okay, this is taking off. Let's try and develop and go in more another route, right?
Yeah.
To help people. And so we started this journey 10 years ago, and it's evolved from, you know, just digital business cards to now full-on software automation, AI, now even tapping into artificial general intelligence, which is the level before super intelligence. And it's kind of getting scary when you sit here and see what these things are capable of doing.
Yeah.
And so I like that aspect of being able to now look back. You know, people just look at you now. They don't know the 10 years it took, you know, when you knew me, and it was like, I stopped everything, and I'm sitting here pretty broke, you know, but I'm sitting there grinding, you know, living at home, eating macaroni and cheese and sandwiches and whatever, to now being able to have the freedom of life like we all pursue and want, right?
Yeah.
But you got to put that grind into it.
Yeah. And digital automation, like what was it about digital automation, like specifically, like, man, I see this being the wave of the future, I'm gonna get back, what was it about digital automation? Particularly, you had all these other ventures, but this one is like the one that you're really, you're like, gas up pedal, my genius leads, boom, let's do this.
Right. It goes a little bit further back. It was that first connection I made. You know, he was building apps and websites.
And who we talking?
Paul Snyder.
Okay.
And so he was doing stuff and building out Realtor.com, and he had done like Lyft, which is like Uber, and all sorts of development and cool things. And I remember hearing from him, you know, you need to think about apps as the new wave of the future. People are going to be hesitant on it. And this is 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, people are going to be hesitant on this. But you got to remember, the same people that were hesitant on it also were the ones that failed because they didn't strike when the iron was hot for websites. Yeah. See, a lot of businesses were like, oh, I'm top, I'm number one. You know, I don't need to worry about anything. My customers are coming to me. They don't need a website. But the problem is that your competition, they saw that being an opportunity. And so they took advantage of it. They got their websites, so therefore they were out there being seen more. And then what happened? You started having on-demand orders. People can, you know, see everything, know what you have, start purchasing your products and services at a quicker rate, right?
Okay.
They didn't have to show up to your store. They could just go online, order it. So now you just went from being a little local store to, you know, statewide or countywide or whatever your shipping was. Yeah. And so that's what got my brain triggered. I was like, okay, that idea and concept. And so digital cards, I've been always keeping my eyes open for anything that's just like, holy crap, like I need that. Yeah. Like if I could see it change someone's life to help them, because a lot of people we work with, they're mom and dads. They work a 9 to 5, they're trying to get out of the rat race, they're trying to grow their business, they don't have time. They've also probably been, I guess you'd say, like scammed, like I was a lot of times trying to grow my business. I would pay people like, hey, show me how to generate leads, show me how to grow my business, show me how to do this. And they basically just take your money and run, right? Yeah. And so I wanted to be one of those companies that no matter what, we just go above and beyond, do our best. You know, is this 100% guaranteed you're gonna have success? No, but what we tell you is that running these software automations can exceed what you're physically capable of doing every day, right? Open up doors, conversations, leads, book more appointments, but you still have to have the skills to sell or to do things for your business, right? Like we tell people all the time that AI is not gonna replace you. The person that's using the AI will replace you because it just amplifies their strengths.
Yeah. Just for the viewers out there, what a short definition of digital automation? How simple can you make that out to me?
So digital automation to me is anything where I can say, create this type of content for me, and then it goes and does it.
Okay.
Right, like I give it some knowledge, give it some colors, schemes, and templates maybe, and then it just goes and creates some content. Or it might be, I'm looking for this type of target niche audience, and it will go message them and go contact them to start the outbound conversation flow, right? That's, to me, is digital software automation. Anything that's in that realm of doing the tasks that we don't like doing, right?
Gotcha.
Like we don't have time to create content. We don't have time to post. We don't have time to engage with our audience like we want. We don't have time to go find new leads, find new conversations, or book, or answer all these questions that people may have, right? So it kind of helps with that step-to-step guide to when this person gets to this spot. You're like, okay, out of these 100 people, right? We all know what tire kickers are, right? They're just wasting your time. They're not serious.
Right.
And so now it's like, okay, the artificial general intelligence has had full-on conversations with all these people. Now I know that when they get to this spot, I can step in and not waste my time, right?
Gotcha.
So every day is focused
Gotcha.
and prioritized on the most of it.
So would it also be like something that you calendar? Like, is it like something that like you say for this, you know, on this day, push content out on a particular subject or anything like that too? Is that digital automation as well?
So I'll give you all like an idea of my day-to-day
Yeah.
real quick, and then this is what we teach is our 7-step philosophy. And then we also have more. We just like to start people on a slower level because majority of people we work with, they're not tech savvy.
And that's MyGeniusLeads, right? Is that
Right.
correct? Okay.
Correct. And so I start by showing people how to target your niche audience, right? So we have software that's like, okay, you're gonna go on Facebook, you're gonna go on LinkedIn, you're gonna put in what you're searching for, Facebook groups, posts, paid ads, and then you're gonna turn this on and it's gonna go target your list. So it's gonna go build a list of the people that you want for your audience. And then the second step is we have software that's called Genius Engager. And this stuff is game over.
Yeah.
Like this came out just a couple months ago. If anybody wants, y'all can check out my Facebook profile. I don't have a massive audience. You've seen my Facebook. I have like 500 friends, 500 followers, but I get massive amounts of engagement from just having that little audience. And it's because of this 7-step system. I wiped out over 3,000 people that were not engaging with me. And I'm rebuilding with the people that are liking my products, my services, and what I'm doing. And so we teach that same philosophy with this system. So you target your niche audience, you bring them in, and then Genius Engager goes and engages with your audience. You give it the prompting and the AI, which we all have done for you. All you do is take it, put it in, rewrite it to, for example, like your podcast, right? Instead of saying, I'm Beau, the owner of MyGeniusLeads, you would say, I'm Rush, owner of, I forget the name of your
podcast network.
Right.
Yeah.
You'd put that, and you just change out some information. So now this software acts like you, and it goes and engages with your audience, and it's sending positivity. It's commenting on their post, and people think it's you.
Yeah.
And they're liking it. And when they like and they comment on your comment, Facebook's algorithm sees that as an engagement. So now it starts sharing your content more with your audience. And that's how I start getting boosted engagement.
Wow.
And then we do birthdays, we do stories, we create the content, and then the last piece is we have software that
We'll
says
save the rest for a little bit, okay?
All right.
We'll give a cliffhanger right there. We'll bring that up in just a few minutes, okay? So that way we can get through some of the questions, and then we'll go back on the back end and get that stuff in.
the last nail biter of how to do it.
You got to tune in. You got to go to MyGeniusLeads to see what they offer as well. So we want to give them all the presents right now. Okay, let's see here. Let's talk about the impact of technology, right? I know you're seeing that as the person in the weeds, in the
trenches.
In the trenches. There you go. Not in the weeds, in the trenches,
Day to
right?
day.
Day to day, right? How do you, the owner of MyGeniusLeads, right? How do you believe technology can empower businesses today? And can you share your perspective on the role of technology in fostering meaningful engagement and growth? I know you shared some right now.
Right.
But
I can go more into detail.
Yeah.
You just said a lot, by the way, so I'm going to focus on the first part and then add a little bit more to me. One of the instant ways I could see, and I've seen this already, was a client came to us this year and was like, hey, I'm about to have to hire like 10, 15, 20 people to do the sales, to do the booking, to do all of this. And then she was going to have to take 10, 15, 20, maybe 30% of the commissions to pay these people. That's a lot of money, right? And so we were like, let's just train the artificial general intelligence. We'll take all your websites, all of your knowledge, all of your data. We can take your audio files. It'll listen to this. We can literally build out the flow to where it asks all the questions. And mind you, this is not just a simple flow. This is someone who's like doing business loans. So they have to have qualifications. They also have verifications, right?
Wow.
Like, hey, do we have permission to do this?
Yeah.
Right? And so this is doing it all. It's asking them these questions, and it's getting the verifications before moving on and continuing on the flow, right?
Right.
And we built all this out. It handles the text, the emails, and the phone calls.
Wow.
So when people are texting or emails, it's going back and forth. And what's cool about this is it will even take them from a text or an email conversation to calling them, right? It could say like, hey, Rush, I just finished up with my appointment. Would you actually like me to just call you right now?
Yeah.
And you say, sure.
Wow.
So now it's calling you.
Wow, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And then,
Well, hold on one second. I was going to say,
go ahead.
So it saved them tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars because now they don't have to pay those commissions. They don't have to pay those hourly salaries and things like that.
Yeah.
And yes, at the same time, that's taking jobs away. But the way we look at it is jobs have always been taken away, but at the same time, there's been new jobs created at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? And that's just how life is and change.
Yeah, and then
Evolve.
And then, can you share your perspective on the role of technology in fostering meaningful engagement and growth?
Say that one more time.
Yeah, okay. Can you share your perspective on the role of technology in fostering meaningful engagement and growth?
So how I see it.
Yeah, how does technology make things more meaningful, create meaningful engagement and growth?
Okay. I just want to make sure I understood
Yeah.
exactly the angle you were going with.
Yeah.
So for example, like with the Genius Engager software we have,
Yeah.
I don't have time to go every day and go and engage with my audience. I'm running a company. And so the Genius Engager, I've trained it on my personality, how I talk. You know, I love fishing. I love doing all these things. And what it does is every day it goes and engages with their content. And so that's phenomenal, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's every day when they post, it's going and sharing positivity.
Right.
It's putting themselves out there. And I will tell you right now, just that one software alone in the last 2 or 3 months has probably put in about 50 to 60,000 in revenue.
Wow.
Just that one tool,
What's it called again?
Genius Engager.
Genius Engagement.
Because I teach people to brand themselves with it.
Yeah.
Have a little tagline at the end of their comments. So you don't want to be salesy, you don't want to be spammy, but y'all need to understand that if I'm putting out 100 to 150 comments a day, right? That's 100 to 150 posts
Yeah.
with their audience seeing that post and possibly reading my comment, right?
Yeah.
And I'm putting out some awesome positivity, but then at the end of it says Beau, the go-to AI automations guru, right? And then I have other people, like for example, a realtor. They say, Rick, your neighborhood-friendly realtor. Because let's be honest, let's think about it. If you're not best friends with a realtor, what are you going to do when you got to buy or sell a house? You're going to start looking around, you're going to start calling, you're going to start thinking about who to be a realtor. But what if there was 200 to 300 comments that you've seen in a year from a realtor? That's a subliminal message, right?
Yeah.
And they're sharing positivity, making you feel good about your content. You're probably going to reach out to them when it comes to that time.
Yeah.
Or if somebody asks you, you know, hey, Rush, do you know a realtor off the top of your head? And you're going to go, oh, you know what? Rick, he's been commenting on me. He just commented on me today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend check this guy out.
That's pretty cool, man, because I have been noticing your engagement quite a bit, and it is whenever I post something, you're there engaging with me, and there is meaning, there is a deeper meaning. It shows a deeper connection that you have with my content as well, and if it's automated or not, it's still it is flagging me.
It's boosting you.
It's boosting me, but it's also like you're actually like engaging and in the conversation or whatever I post, which is really meaningful for sure. Yeah, so I just want you to know that that's one of the things I noticed. Like, man, Beau's in there, man.
Makes you feel good.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. When we talk about balancing creativity and analytics, right?
Yep.
You've mentioned that the importance of blending. You mentioned the importance of blending creativity with analytics. Could you provide an example of how this combination has led to a significant breakthrough in your work for your clients? Like when you're being creative, you have a creative flow, and you have to study who you're engaging with, obviously,
Right.
and the numbers.
So you're talking about, okay. So with AI, this is what's so cool about it, is literally you can go talk to it and you can say, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. What is your statistics for this?
Gotcha.
And then it goes and pulls data
Yeah.
from, you can say Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever you're looking for. And now you're getting that feedback, and then you can coordinate what's the best attack, right? Age, demographics, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And so now you go target from there because it knows it,
Yeah.
right? You don't have to guess. You just say, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. What's the best route?
Right.
And they build out like this new company that I'll share with you guys in a bit, which is a huge freebie, I guess we'll say.
Okay.
It's going to be a game changer for this audience that watches this. Remind me at the end. We'll share
Okay,
this.
okay.
That's cool. They have over 1,200 prompts pre-built out for whatever your business is, and their focus is for small to medium business, the SMBs, right, to help them evolve and grow their business. And they also have over 200 assistants that you can go in and, like, let's say you're looking for someone to help you with gardening or real estate or content creation, whatever field it is. They've pulled all the world data into these mentors and assistants, so you could just go have conversations with them and learn or be told how to do something.
Yeah.
Just right there at the click of a button.
Yeah. One of the questions I have for you is like when we talk about creative, right, and you have some automation, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you, what's the sweet spot in creating sincerity with the automation, right? Like what would you say is a secret sauce?
There's
like
a balance, yeah.
Yeah, what's the secret sauce in your opinion?
So what we like to do is I like to have the outreach,
Okay.
right? So let's imagine every day, I wake up in the morning, the software turns on. Like that's what's cool about it is it's automated.
Right.
So it turns on and it goes and finds 50 new people for the day, and it starts messaging them. And 5 or 10 or 15 will respond. And when they respond, we then have this other software. And what's cool about this other software is I click a button on my screen and it opens up a little quick chat video. And so I'm instantly recording myself like I'm talking to y'all right now. And I'm saying, oh, hey, Rush, thanks for responding to my message. I'll totally look forward to connecting with you and getting to know more about you. Yeah, I would love to be on your podcast. Let's hook up. And then I hit send. And what's cool is it doesn't just send a link, right? Like a lot of times when you go to Facebook, you put a link and it does like a little picture. What's cool about this is it's actually like a video frame, and it kind of shows you moving, like whatever the video was for that first couple seconds. So it makes it look really enticing to click on.
Yeah.
So you just click it and it instantly plays that video. So now you're sharing that personal touch with them, right?
Yeah.
That connection's faster, and it's actually 6 times more likely that they will engage with you because of that video right there.
Wow.
So we open up with the outreach to find people that would like to connect with us, and then we share that personal touch with them to build that relationship faster. I like to look at things like this. And some people, y'all might not believe my same philosophy, but the way I look at this is I want you to think about this moment right now. And you too, let me know if I'm true or not.
listening.
When you met your husband or wife, or boyfriend or girlfriend, odds are you didn't know anything about them. Right?
right.
Didn't know anything about
That's
them.
correct.
There was something that attracted you to that person to then what? Go engage, to start building a relationship.
Right.
People say all the time in sales and marketing, you got to build a relationship, you got to build a relationship, you got to build a relationship, right? Well, the way I look at it is that's weeks and weeks and weeks to build a relationship to get a sale,
Yeah.
to get people for your business. So I have a little bit more of a, I would say, harder push, right? I believe that finding the people that are like me, and I get them to agree right there on the spot, right? So when I'm messaging somebody, like I'm letting them know right off the get-go.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, Rush, I noticed we're in the same automation software groups. I'm looking to connect with like-minded individuals like myself. I want to help you as much as learn from you as well, so that we can both move forward and have more success.
Yeah.
Right? Like I want to find people on my same trajectory and mission,
Yeah.
right? So now they're like, okay, cool. And I'm like, cool. Now we're building a relationship, sharing a topic that we have passion for,
Right.
right?
Right.
If there's no thing that we like, then how are we going to build a relationship?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
We can't.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense, man. Like, you do want to have the same people that are going in the
Yeah.
same trajectory that you are. If and if y'all are branching out to one another, it just like says, hey, well,
Oh, you're into gardening. Well, cool.
Yeah.
I'm into fishing. We're not going to have anything to talk about.
Right.
We're not going to build a relationship. It's going to be a waste of time.
Yeah.
But if both of us are into growing a business and using software automation and AI,
That's an interesting. way
then
to-
we're
yeah.
gonna
That-
mesh.
That's a great way to see it too, man, because it's like you both are in the same group together, right? You
Exactly.
might as well figure out how to cross pollinate or
Right.
have that connection,
And
collaboration.
sometimes it doesn't go anywhere, but majority of the time it does.
Yeah.
And then it might fiddle out there, but then I'm at least going the trajectory with people that I want to be with.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah, that's the one thing I said off camera too, man. Like, I watched some of your videos before this podcast, before we met today, and I really appreciated your sincerity with the people that you were engaging with. Like, it seemed like, some of them, admitted I haven't been on in a minute,
Right.
and you said, well, you gave them some positive feedback, some positive affirmations, some encouragement, and I really enjoyed that exchange because it wasn't like you were this pushy guy, and I think that's what people are afraid of. Would you agree? Sometimes
Right.
that's what we kind of shy away from. But in this experience, what I saw from MyGeniusLeads, you as the owner is that I saw somebody who really truly cared to see people elevate, no matter what speed or trajectory, what speed they were doing it in. You were giving each person a little good nudge of like positivity, good encouragement, and coaching them and giving them solution. You were being a solutions based. They don't work for you; they work for themselves,
Right.
and you're working for them to inspire them to reach for more. So I really, that's the one thing I took away from you in your group today when I was watching the videos of you exchange. So I wanted you to know that. Yeah, I think that sincerity, and that's why I asked this question about sincerity, is because this automation stuff can kill some of that sincerity at times, right? There's only so many ways you can say something,
Right.
A certain way, and I think watching you have that human connectivity was really, really awesome, man. So I want to give you props for that for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. We talk about ethics and responsibility, right? And that's a big thing too. And then we talk about that a little bit about being scammed and all those kind of things. And the sincerity, it plays a role in that, right? In digital marketing environment where ethical boundaries can be blurred, what are principle guides? What principles guide your approach, what principle guides does MyGeniusLeads approach to maintain integrity while achieving results for their clients?
So that's a good one, because I honestly believe everybody can have success, but again, I can't guarantee it, because somebody goes through and uses our software automation. I don't know if they're following our training or they're just trying to, I don't know,
Poach or something?
yeah, it's I can't guarantee it.
Yeah.
What I can guarantee is, this software will send out 50 messages a day. It will send out 50 to 100 follow-ups. It will do 100 to 150 comments. It will create your content. It will do this. But I don't know if you're following what we're teaching and training.
Yeah.
Like, the stuff that we've been doing for years. Because I'll have people that'll come to me and they're like, oh, I need to cancel. And I'm like, why are you canceling? Well, it's not working. Well, what's not working? And they're like, well, I'm just not making any money. Well, why are you not making any money? How many people are you talking to a day? Oh, I'm talking to like 5, 10, 15, 20 people a day. And I'll say, oh, okay, so it is working. You just don't know how to sell,
Yeah.
which is a me thing, right?
Yeah.
That's why I said earlier, AI won't replace, it's the person with AI, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because you still have to work on me,
Yeah.
right? We still have to learn. We still have to be the best person that we can be. Down the road, who knows? Artificial general intelligence, I mean, it's like I've got sales that happen that I never even talk to.
Yeah.
Because it's answering all the questions, it's talking to them, and they're purchasing.
Wow.
So we are at that level, but it's not 100% where we don't need humans.
Yeah. What's the ethical line that's firmly drawn? Like you say, we're not going to cross this line with the people that engage in our software. What would you say is one ethical line you say, that we got to make sure that this.
Can
this
I
is
say
a-
it?
Yeah, you can say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
None of the, if we find out you're scamming, you're a thief, you're a pedo or child or anything
Yeah.
that we do not stand for,
Yeah.
you're just terminated, you're gone.
Yeah.
Like anything
Gotcha.
pushing, anything illegal, negative,
Yeah.
you're just gone. We don't tolerate it, don't put up with it. This is for people, for positivity, to help people, with amazing products and services,
Okay.
things like that.
Yeah. So it's not for social justice warriors or anything like that, or any Antifa members or something?
Exactly, exactly.
Just kidding.
Zero.
Just kidding. Anyways.
Not kidding.
Not kidding. Kidding, not kidding. How about that?
We're
No.
in Texas.
Yeah, we're in Texas, man. Yeah, that's the part that also when we started this whole conversation too, when I was listening to you, the first thing you came out with is I became a learner, and I think I was talking to the original creator of Blockbuster and the CEO of
Yep.
7-Eleven. He was the CEO of Blockbuster and 7-Eleven, and he talked about having a learner's mindset and going into this. into this experience when you're out having a it's called Dream to Lead, and it's the conference he was at, and he was talking about how in the learner's mindset. So right away I was like, dude, this guy's he's on it now. He's like there, you know.
Right.
And it was really awesome to hear that from you. Empowering others, and I think that's part of your mission. Would you agree? As a leader, as the owner of MyGeniusLeads, is that correct? Is empowering others? As a leader, what methods do you employ to create a culture of empowerment within your team? And how do you inspire your colleagues to embrace innovation and take ownership of their roles? So first part is, what methods do you employ to create a culture of empowerment within your team?
So we like to encourage our members to share our products and services to help people. And we do so by a very lucrative compensation.
Okay.
Right? Like, I could have gone a different approach and just been like, oh, I just want 10 clients, maybe 50 clients, and be making 50 to 100,000 a month. But I was like, no, I want to have thousands and thousands and thousands of users, and that's how I'll make, my money is the small end on every user, right?
Yeah.
So I give out like about 70% of the money that comes in goes right back out to my community, because I want to help create financial freedom. I want to help people make money, whether it's, people that come here, let me rephrase that. They're running a business, but at the same time, I share with them on how to grow their business with this at the same time.
Gotcha.
Right? It's kind of like we're a river, and we're just merging with you, and we're just increasing that flow, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I like to share with people, especially if they're in affiliate marketing. They have a team of sales reps, and people. It's
Yeah.
like, I show you how to get 10 to 20 conversations a day about your weight loss. Well, guess what? Now we go share that with your 10 sales reps. You just went from 10 to 20 to now 100 to 200, right?
Yeah.
And then they go share it with their sales reps. Well, now you just went from 100 to 200 to 1,000 to 2,000 people talking every day about what? Your health and wellness.
Yeah.
Your weight loss, your crypto, whatever your products and services and business are. That's how fast it is. I went from 0 to, in 90 days, over 2,000 people because of that same method. It works.
Wow, that's awesome, man. What are there specific things that you do? Like you say, this is you have an empowerment training method. Outside of the business side of it, like teaching them the software. But is there like some kind of a system you have in place to say, let's speak a little bit about that.
So Monday through Sunday, we have something every day.
Okay.
More days we have more than other, of course. But we have a firm believing that, you got to learn the game, but you also got to improve yourself.
Yeah.
So every day we have coaches that,
you go.
teach about mind, motivation, positive thinking, attraction marketing, content creation, how to create, for example, like Marla does, how to create the sales buying environment.
Right.
Right. So you're creating an environment for people that want to buy. Erin Birch is phenomenal. She talks about the traction marketing, right? How to create attraction to gather people and purchase from your content.
Yeah.
We also, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have Maria and Anne-Marie. They do morning and evening onboardings. So people that are like, I have some questions, I need help, I'm struggling with this, how do I do this? If they've gone through all of our step-by-step, like we have like 1 to 2 minute videos. It's like, okay, let's focus on getting this first step done. Now let's do the next one, do the next one. And 90% of everybody, they literally get it done in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. They're set up 20, 30 minutes. But there are some that need that extra help. So we know that. And so we have every day, we have coaching courses, onboardings, trainings, whatever it is, live support. We have our chat community, so people are in there asking questions 24/7. We have our support tickets. So, it's pretty much every day there's somebody talking, because we're in over 30 countries. And so around the world, there's always somebody in there asking questions or, learning or helping somebody. We have a phenomenal community of people that just like helping.
Wow, man, I have to get to know that and see what that's about. So after this, we'll have to sit down and walk me through that. Awesome. The future of digital marketing. Looking forward, what trends or shifts do you anticipate will shape the future of digital marketing automation, and how do you envision adapting to these changes?
That's a good one. So it starts back, like if we think about it, when did websites start coming,
Yeah.
right? Just in that short time period, what was it, like early 2000s?
Yeah,
Somewhere
I think
around
so.
there?
Yeah, I had a friend that he told me, he's like, I got on, somebody I interviewed for another podcast, he's like, I got on when this started happening. I
Right.
became really great at designing
Like
websites.
late 90s,
Yeah,
early 2000s.
Early 2000s,
That's
yeah,
when
I
it
think I remember
really
him saying that.
started, and now you just look at this short reign, let's say 24, 25 years. We've gone from that to now artificial intelligence,
Yeah,
right? Now we're already going into artificial general intelligence. And they're saying that artificial superintelligence will be here in about 5 to 10 years. So who knows? It could be sooner, it could be later.
yeah,
I see things going every day faster and faster. Because just when I'm like, okay, what we have is great. And then all of a sudden it's like, and just so you guys know, like I don't work with just one team. I work with like 5, 6, 7 different tech companies. And so they're always innovating. They're always creating new stuff because you've got to be, it's a fast-paced world. Literally, we had one tool. We thought this was the cat's meow, right? Oh my God, it's doing all the outreach, it's doing all this, and then all of a sudden, boom. Oh, this company now has it doing this with AI, with follow-ups. Oh my God. And then it's like, okay, this tech team now did this with video. Oh my God, that's amazing. And then now it's like, oh, this team has now done this with this, it's just,
yeah,
it's that fast.
yeah.
And we're nonstop staying on top of it as best we can. And it never ends.
Yeah, it's
It
crazy,
never
man.
stops.
Well, I just built out another website, and it wasn't as easy as I thought it could be. Even because, I don't know, maybe I'm just being picky, but it was pretty. It wasn't as difficult as it was in early 2000, let's just say. But it was still hard, especially if you don't have the copy to go inside of it, that
Right.
kind of thing. But no, I think you're right. It's still evolving. I mean, you having, like you said, video and video packages and B-roll integrated into videos and stuff like that. It is like wondrous, as a content curator and developer to see all that growth. Then you want to know, like I said, and I think that's one of the premises of our conversation is, with all those things I got to do.
Yep.
Who's got to do the back end work? Who's going to do the back end
Right.
work for me, right? Like, who's going to push this marketing part out? Because that's still the thing that needs to get that get that in front
Well,
of
if you
people.
think about it, I left this morning, and drove all the way here, and during that time, I'm getting messages and phone calls, and it's because of my software. This morning,
Yeah.
it started doing the outbound messaging. It started commenting. It started posting my content. It was doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's like,
You were
I'm
in a-
driving. I can't do that while I'm driving.
And you were at McDonald's eating breakfast. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we don't eat McDonald's.
No, yeah.
Coffee, that's about it.
Coffee, yeah. No, man. Okay, you started off the conversation. We left a little bit of a
Yep.
cliffhanger. Talk about this one particular step that you were going to mention, and there was another thing you were going to talk
Okay.
about as well.
So, like I was telling everybody, we teach the 7 steps, right? Target your niche audience. Then we have our 3 tools that engage, right? Genius Engager engages with your audiences on their content, which Facebook likes it because when you see my post, or when you see my comment on your post,
Yeah.
you like it, you comment back. I see that, I'll go comment back. So Facebook sees our engagement. They start showing you my content more. We also do birthday messages. I teach people how to do birthdays. Don't message people on their birthdays. Everybody else is doing that.
Yeah.
Do something different. Stand out, right? And so I show people how to do it 2 to 3 days earlier, before their birthday. So, right? So it's like, hey, Rush, I noticed you got an amazing day coming up. I want to wish you an early birthday. By the way, if you love to laugh, click this link. Curiosity, you're like, well, I do like to laugh. What's Beau got?
Yeah.
So you click the link. So we show people how to do that, and now they take them to a birthday funnel. So now you have your birthday sales funnel. It says happy birthday. It's got a funny video. And then, by the way, below it, it says, by the way, odds are you're an entrepreneur. Now, every person's different. So, I might be working with someone that's in health and wellness. And so they're saying, by the way, you're into fitness, you're into crypto, because you're targeting your niche audience.
Yeah.
So you know what to put there.
Yeah.
And then, like mine, by the way, odds are you're an entrepreneur. If you are struggling to generate leads and grow your business, watch this 2-minute video. So they're watching that video. Then below, book an appointment. And then below that says, here's your birthday special.
Yeah.
Well, of course they're curious. Well,
Yeah.
what's my birthday special? So then we give them something free, which helps create their content. And then they also learn about all of our other tools. So you got to have that lead magnet.
Yeah.
And to leave everything off today, I've now partnered with what I truly believe is going to be the biggest or next level in AI. And I'm going to share this with everybody today. If you're curious about seeing the next level of artificial intelligence that has already had, I don't even know how many tens of millions, if not 50 or 100 million by the time you looked into this, of development. We've been playing with it for about 2 weeks now. What's cool about this is it's privated. We all love private, right? Protecting our data, protecting our information. This is truly private AI. So you're able to search, you're able to do your AI database and creation. It's all privated. But here's the best part, is you don't have to worry about ChatGPT, Llama, Gemini, Claude, and it goes on and on. There's tons and tons of LLMs.
Yeah.
For people that don't know, LLM stands for Large Language Model. And so each one of these, they have their best characteristics, like this one may be better at content creation, this one may be better at images, this one may be better at videos, right?
Yeah.
What's best about this company is they have tied them all together into one location, and they've taken the guesswork out of it. So when you are trying to do something or you ask it something, it does it for you. It picks what the best LLMs are to get your whatever project you're trying to get done.
Yeah.
It chooses it for you. And the speed is insane. Like we're creating images in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I go on to other ones and I'm sitting there for 30 seconds to a minute to a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there just like, okay, now change this. Okay, now do this. Now do that. It just does it. It's nonstop.
Yeah.
So you have all the LLMs in one location. It chooses them. It's private. There's so much cool stuff coming. But here's the best part. There's a free version, and there is, of course, a paid version. It's like 15, 20 bucks. But you don't have to go pay ChatGPT. You don't got to go pay Gemini. You don't have to go pay Llama. You don't have to go pay all these places. You just pay one location, and you're saving all that money.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
I do.
all in one location, and it's privated. And so if you would like to check this out, text the word MGL, so it's 3 letters, MGL, to 26786, and you'll get access to the software, and you can try it for free.
Awesome. Beau, I started off by saying this, you embody the essence of our podcast philosophy. The Next Level Thinkers are Charting New Horizons of Brilliance podcast. You have the belief that true brilliance emerges at the intersection of innovation and purpose. And I sincerely mean that, listening to you talk about what you're passionate about and how much of you've invested in learning and the hours you've spent taking the time to digest information and disseminate it across people across the nation, maybe internationally as well, is awesome, man. And I'm as your friend and brother, iron sharpens iron guy, to seeing you continue to help sharpen other people's lives and sharpen their sword so they can go into battle in their business life and professional life and just in life in general, man. It's a great pleasure and honor to have you today, man. I want to let you know that, brother.
Awesome.
So before we do let's close off by letting people know how they can get a hold of you if they want more information about my Genius Leads.
Yeah. Y'all are more than welcome to go to MyGeniusLeads.com. You can learn all about us. And if you'd like, you can find me on Facebook. Just look up Beau Murray. And I'd love to help your business grow and just connect. That's what it's all about, right? That one connection.
Yep. And what's the website for, did you say that already, the website?
Yeah, it's MyGeniusLeads.com. And then you can also, to get access to that free software, it's MGL. Text that to 26786.
Okay, and looking out for my audience, is there any promo codes they can put for My Genius Leads to get involved?
Yeah, that's their promo right there.
Oh, it is? Okay, perfect. Okay.
MGL 26786. So
Perfect.
text the letters MGL to 26786. Make sure I got it right.
Yeah.
That's going to get them access to that phenomenal software where they can have access for free. And then if they want to have more access to it, then of course they can upgrade.
Yes. Just so we know, this video is not automated. I have 5 fingers, both hands.
Hold on, we're
a 6
touching each other.
we don't have 10, 8, 12
Yep.
fingers.
You don't see our
thumbs.
you don't see our hands go through each other.
Yeah, through each other. No, man. I really appreciate
Yeah,
you,
brother.
man. It's a great conversation to learn about what you're passionate about and who you are from a personal standpoint and a professional standpoint. And it's a great conversation to have, especially in the modern world we live in the digital age where things are automated and AI is making its presence known, and how we can capitalize and use it to our advantage to maneuver our way through what we need to market and promote our products and services.
Absolutely, man.
It's an important conversation to have. And guys, that's it for Next Level Thinkers, a Charting New Horizons of Brilliance podcast. As I always say, have peace and light in you, and remember that the ocean refuses no river.
That's awesome.
Awesome, brother.
We're flying high, yeah, beyond the stars. Next level thinkers, here we are. Breaking limits, mind so bright. We're the dreamers of the endless night. Out in the galaxies, we're chasing the unknown. Ideas like rockets from seeds we've sown. Breaking through the boundaries, thinking on our feet. Innovators rising, feel that cosmic beat. Visionaries, pioneers, see the future clear. We're charting new horizons, no limits here.